Kids just have the ability to make others feel happier again. Your children just know they have this, like, I don't know, a natural emotional intelligence, the knack for knowing when someone needs cheering up. My kids, when they were tiny, they just knew what to say to me. Even at 3 months old, they could pull a face that would cheer anyone up. See, they pretend at that age to not know stuff. They know exactly what they're doing. No matter how hard, how upsetting, how stressful, how much change there is in our lives, young kids have this ability to put things into perspective for us grown-ups. The best example I can think of this was Christmas 2012, my first Christmas without my dad. All sat round the table at Mum's house. Mum, my family, my brother, his family, aunts, uncles, cousins, and an empty chair. We left the chair empty for Dad. We thought that would be a lovely thing to do. Turns out it's just a wee touch creepy. It's a bit weird, to be honest. Don't do it. Mum was in the kitchen prepping all the Christmas bits and pieces. She wouldn't let anyone help her. Not that we would have anyway. She's an ex-PE teacher from Glasgow that smokes cigars. There's an image for you. And in her own words, nobody messes with Irene in the kitchen. Of course we helped. We always do. The food was out. Drinks were poured. Something was missing. Talk, energy, that real sense of happiness and joy. But I knew why, because someone was missing and we were acting like a big bunch of adults. No one was talking about Dad for the fear it might upset Mum. No one was really truly celebrating Christmas because it didn't kind of feel appropriate, weird. You know, we got it wrong. And Cian, then age 4, he knew it. He knew something had to be done. "I'm sad as well, you know," exclaimed Cian. You know, you could feel all the adults in the room thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to start sharing our emotions here. And I replied, you know what, Cian, you're absolutely right. We are all sad. And I thought, let's go there. You know, what are you sad about, Cian? "I miss my grandpa. It's just not the same anymore." You see, my dad was Christmas. And I asked Cian, what do you miss most about Grandpa? And Cian turned to me and he said, "Never mind that, Dad. Do you want to see me draw an apple?" Absolutely no idea where the apple came from, but I love a curveball, and kids throw them at us all the time. They're like great, big, beautiful distraction tactics. Everyone around the table burst out laughing. It's exactly what was needed. Something to bring us all back to earth. Something silly, something fun, something beautiful. Something to bring us all back together. And I noticed at that point Cian had disappeared, because that's how you leave the table when you're 4 years of age. You go down and under the table and out from between the chairs. Mum had also left the table. She had opted, of course, for the more grown-up, traditional approach of standing up and walking. Anyway, all of a sudden she appeared back in the room with a big pile of paper. At which point Cian popped back up from under the table with a packet of crayons, a big packet of chunky Crayolas that he'd got that morning from Santa Claus. Mum handed out the paper, Cian gave everyone a crayon, and for the next 15 minutes we drew the best apples you've ever seen in your life. What did I learn in this moment? I learned that no matter what you're up against, no matter how hard it gets, draw the best apple you can. And be aware of the great big smile that it puts on your face. I also learned that sometimes you need to allow yourself to step back and see things from a different angle. Let yourself see things differently, and always throw a curveball. Life needs them. They help us to change direction, maybe without even knowing. Embrace them fully, and next time you leave the dinner table, remember, down, under, out.